I also want to kind of
Someone's recording it.
At the
there
bottom.
it is.
Yeah,
But
at the bottom.
I'm also planning to kind of make a shorter, maybe 5 to 10 minute kind of summary video of everything we learned. That way y'all can kind of go back and just gotta get a quick summary if that's what you want. So just so you know, but so I want to keep going. For those of you who are familiar with how classrooms work, there's usually a little bit of an introduction to the class. And so I want to provide a little bit of that. Agai de Kudde, that's our band from Walker River. That is who we are, Agai de Kudde. So my focus in this class, or the focus of my teachings and pronunciation, is definitely going to be based on our dialectical distinctions of Walker River. But if you do come from another community, I know earlier someone had said they had DM'd me saying they're from the Kiru de Kudde from up there, the groundhog eaters. So if you come from those other northern dialects, you are absolutely more than welcome to use your own dialect whenever you are participating in the class. That is perfectly fine. And if at any time, for whatever reason, I happen to need to deviate from the Walker River dialects, I will absolutely be sure to identify whatever that other dialect is and the speaker to the best of my knowledge. Otherwise, you can assume that everything that, all the other content that I will be teaching is from our Walker River dialects. My goal, my plan is for this class to be kind of semi-immersive. And so it's going to be mostly filled with listening and responding in Numu. So I will ask a question in Numu, and then I will be going through the list as much as I can to get all of you participants to respond also in Numu. And you do not have to respond. You do not have to participate. If you do not want to, you are not obligated to. Just being here and listening will definitely help you to learn, but definitely would love class participation as much as possible. There will be a ton of repetition to the point of where you might get bored by it, especially some of you who are already experienced, you already have some knowledge of Numu. So you may get bored of that, but I still kind of I think having a lot of repetition is so important for learning. Obira na tunidu'i. That means slowly learning. Slowly learning. There's someone else wanting to join the class. Let me add them really quickly. Slowly learning. You may be tempted to want to learn quickly or learn all these phrases and sentences, right from the start, which is all good and great. I really want to go kind of slowly, to move slowly, because I think that's important for learning, especially for those of you who are just beginning. We have to learn, according to that 1 + 1 before we can learn calculus. And so we're gonna take it slow with simple lessons, and each class will build upon the next. And so of course, also feel free to ask any question that you may have at any time. Feel free to interrupt me. Or I don't really have a visual of everyone if you're raising your hand. I'm still kind of working all that out, having my screen to see all that. So I try to say something and speak up, and I'll try to answer or let you respond. Also, another thing is that I am just one voice amongst many other Numu teachers. There are others, and so my manner of teaching is not the one and only way to learn. It may not even be the best way. In fact, I feel like my manner is kind of experimental. If you have an opportunity to join other teachers, like I know Ralph Burns, I sat in with his class, and he is an amazing teacher. I sat in with the classes with Alia out of Reno Sparks in Colony, and her classes are amazing. There are other teachers. I know Emma, she teaches monthly with Suwabi Muha out in Reno. Of course, I'm not sure if Isha has joined, but he teaches, and I've heard great things about him. So if you guys got any opportunity to learn from all of them, man, avail yourself to that opportunity. So my way of teaching is just one way. We all have the same goal, right? We want to see and hear, no, all people to speak our language. That's our goal. That's what we want. We're all working toward the same goal. And finally, before we get into the lesson, there's one more thing. I am not fluent. I've had people come up to me thinking I am, but I'm not. And so I won't always know how to translate something that you might want to know how, like, words or phrases. I may not know those things, and oftentimes I need time to think about it. So just keep that in mind. I'm still learning myself, especially with regards to the Walker River dialect or way of speaking. The majority of everything that I learned at first, when I first started learning, Numu came from the Kermit and Burns area, much north. And so I'm still learning. I won't be able to provide the most perfect and accurate representation of the Walker River dialect, but that's what I'm working towards. And so, but again, at the end of the day, we're all one people. Numu, we all speak the same language. And so I think everything will be all right as we're working together. And if any of you here are Walker River members and you remember your parents or your grandparents or other people from around the area, you remember how they have said things, please, by all means, when we're in a particular lesson and you remember the way that they had said something or whatnot, please absolutely share that so that we can all continue to learn. And so if that is, that's all for the introductions. And so I'm not sure if anyone's gonna have any questions regarding all that introductions, but let's go ahead and kind of get started. I'm gonna briefly try to see about how I can view all the participants, because I do want to be able to see if there's any questions coming up. But I don't know how to do that. So again, if you have any questions, just kind of unmute yourself and speak up, because I can't see if you're raising your hands. So we are going to be learning gendered nouns. Gendered nouns, basically just different kinds of people. In today's class, again, it's very simple vocabulary. We're gonna go over gendered nouns, people, kind of different ways to refer to different people. We're also gonna, if time permits, learn some animals. We're also going to be learning some proximal demonstratives. What are those? Don't worry about it right now. We'll get there in time. As this class progresses, we're going to be learning each of these things slowly, one at a time, gradually and progressively. These are the questions I'm going to be using throughout this class. Don't worry about trying to write them down right now or whatnot. Because again, it's going to be progressive. I'm only going to be starting with this one that you see here on the left. That's the one that we're going to start with. And we're going to start with just two at first, two people. And then again, like I said, gradually, as this class, as the remainder of our time today progresses, we're going to be adding more and more vocabulary to it. So, like I said, the first question we're starting with today is this. Haga ishu. Haga ishu. Again, many of you are probably familiar with this, but for those who aren't, haga ishu is what I'm going to begin asking you. Haga means who. Ishu means this. Kind of a little note on pronunciation. In that first word, haga, that G sound is what's known as a fricative. It's not necessarily pronounced hard like in English when you're fully stopping the air from your lungs, haga, haga. Rather, it flows, haga, haga. And that second word, ishu, ishu. Notice that S. You would think it's pronounced like the S in English, but really it's more closely to the SH sound, only when it's followed by an E. But I also in this class don't want to focus too much on how things are spelled or the written text. It's going to be mostly listening. So as this class progresses, we're going to forget. I'm not going to have this question written out for you. I'm going to say it. The goal is to familiarize yourself with how it sounds. Hara ishu. Who is this? Hara ishu. When I ask you that question, you will respond with what you see here. Ishu, again, means this, and then you're going to fill in the blank here with who the person actually is, okay? And so we're gonna start with three here. So first is this boy here. The boy is called Nazi. 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 I hope that is clear based on what you can see here in the written text. Nazi. Sometimes in fast speech, that final E at the very end kind of drops out and just sounds more like a whisper. Nazi. Nazi. So again, I'm going to go through the line. I'm going to go through the line of people that I see. I'm going to start with people that I know are familiar kind of with these words already. And that way they can kind of give you an idea of how this class is going to work when I'm asking the questions and respond. And then I'll begin to ask more people just so that you can get the of things, get a little bit of get comfortable. Sorry, I lost some slides. I had some slides to identify these other two, but for some reason they are not there. So this one right here, this guy, I'm not sure if it's not working right now. It's not showing the mark, but the guy on the right, that's a man. That is Nana, Nana, N-A-N-A, Nana. And the woman over here is a Mogotni. Mogotni. Where is, I lost those slides. I lost those slides so that you can see it written. But hey, that's fine. Just listen to the sound. Mogotni. Mogotni. You would spell that is M-O-G-O, glottal stop, N-E. Mogotni. Mogotni. I'm so confused about how those slides got deleted. But anyways, let's go ahead and, so I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna call on someone. Let me look through my line, my list to see who I'm familiar with that is familiar with the language. The first person I see is Chrissy. Chrissy, can you unmute? I'm gonna ask you who these people are, and you're going to respond. I hope it made sense what I asked you. So, whoops, I clicked the wrong button. This person right here, Haga Ishu. Haga Ishu.
Ishu Magotni.
Togi bija. Togi bija means correct, good. Haga Ishu. Haga Ishu.
Ishu Nana.
Aha, Ishu Nana. Togi, correct. Haga Ishu. Haga Ishu.
Ishu Natsi.
Aha, Ishu Natsi. Ishu Natsi means this is a boy. This is the boy. I'm gonna call on someone else, and we're gonna do the same thing. Let's see, the next person that I see that I recognize is familiar with the language. How about Christina Thomas? Are you there? Can you unmute yourself? Perhaps she is unable to speak. I'm not seeing her unmute herself.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Oh, hey, sorry. I'm at a drum practice, so they're in between songs, but they're gonna start singing here, so I'm just listening.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's see. Anyone else that I recognize that is familiar with the language as I'm going through? A lot of people here. How about Maxine? Maybe I think you would be able to know. Are you there, Maxine?
I'll try.
Okay. Haga. Oh, shoot, I pressed the button again. Haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Issue McGoldney.
Aha, togi, bija, correct. Good. Ishu mogotni. This is a woman. Yeshi haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Issue Nana.
Aha, bija. Ishu nana. Ishu nana. This is a man. Yeshi haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Issue Nazi.
Aha, togi. Correct. Ishu natsi. Ishu natsi. I'm gonna maybe just call on someone random now, and let's see if you're kind of catching on. How about Carmen? Carmen Rodriguez. Are you willing to participate?
Sorry, I'm just kind of listening for this class. I'm in the car right now, so can't really take notes or anything.
No worries, you're good. Next person I gonna see Dina Gonzalez. You want to give it a shot? Not hearing anything. Let's move on to John Mosley. John Mosley, you want to try?
I'll try.
All right. Haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Ishu Nazi.
Aha, togi bija. Correct. Good. Ishu Nazi. This is a boy. Haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Ishu Nana.
Ishu nana. Aha, ishu nana. This is a man, yeshi. Haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Ishu Magoti.
Dogi. Correct. Ishu mogotni. Ishu mogotni. Let's add a new person. Let's add a new person now. This is a girl. A girl is sa'a. Sa'a. That TS, I think it's like your English TS. Sa'a. Again, in normal kind of rapid speech, that final A sometimes can drop off, or maybe even just sound like a whisper. Sa'a. But like the full pronunciation, sa'a. Sa'a. So you can pronounce it however you want. Sa'a. Sa'a. Or sa'a. So let me go on. Let me go ahead and just try something else that I see here. Kim Lawson. Kim Lawson, are you there? You want to give it a shot? I'm not sure if sometimes people are trying to figure out how to unmute, so I just want to give them time, but let's go ahead and maybe try someone else. I see Leisha. Leisha, you want to try? Leash is familiar. I know she is involved in teaching as well. She's not also either. Let's try.
Joshua, I can try. This is Chantel.
Okay, Chantel, perfect. Thank you. Start with this very new one that we learned. Haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Ishu sua'a. Sorry. Ishu sua'a.
Togi. Correct. Ishu tsa'a. Ishu tsa'a. This is a girl. Yes. Haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Ishu mogotni.
Tori Bisha. Ishu Mogotni. This is
Good
a
job,
woman.
Chantel.
Haga Ishu. Haga Ishu.
One more time. Okay, boy. Ishu Natse.
Correct. Ishu Nazi. Ishu Nazi. This is a boy. Ishi Haga Ishu. Haga Ishu. Who is this?
Ishu Natna.
Ishu Nana.
Nana.
Ishu Na. This is a man. Ishu Nana. All right. I think next I see in line is Mac Macario. You want to give it a shot? Macario was also involved in teaching with the Washoe County School District. Are you there?
Hey, Josh, sorry, I was eating.
Oh,
It's Leisha.
well, all right, then you want to go? Are you ready?
Sure. In any order?
I'll tell you who. Oops.
Okay.
Every time I click on
Oh.
this to Haga Ishu.
Ishu Nazi.
You should not see. Sorry, every time there's a new
What?
person that wants to join, it messes things up, and I have to click away from it, and it brings me to this other screen, giving you a heads up of what's coming. But okay, let's move on. Haga Ishu Lish.
Ishu Nana.
Ishu Nana. Haga Ishu.
Could it be Biawabi, or is it just
This one's a woman.
Mogotni?
Yeah.
Either
Ishu
or.
Mogotni.
Okay. Mogotni.
For this, yeah, I mean, she could pass as a Piawabi. You're
Biawabi
correct.
Dabwa.
But in this one, we're treating her as a woman. So yeah.
Okay.
Finally, Haga Ishu.
Ishu Za.
Aha, Togi, Bisha. Ishu,
Uh-huh.
this is good. Let's do one more of this round of these ones, and then we'll move on to the next one. So I had called Mac. Are you there, Mac? Maybe not. How about Monica? Monica Numun. I see you there. Monica Numun, are you on a shot?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Haga Ishu.
Issue Nana.
Okay, correct. Ishi Haga Ishu.
Issue Nazi.
Correct. Nazi. Haga Ishu. Who is this?
Issue Za.
Okay, correct. Ishu Tsu'a. Ishi Haga Ishu.
Issue Mogotni.
Okay, Ishu Mogotni. Good job, Bisha. Let's learn the next one. This is an old man. Old man. The word for old man is wa'itsi. Even that final E can sometimes be dropped off, sound like a whisper. Wa'itz. So you can pronounce it either way, wa'itsi or wa'itsi. I see it on here, Salisha Ray. I'd like to give it a shot. Going through the list of words here.
Yeah. The white.
Yeah, whoever that is speaking, yeah, we can, you want to give it a shot? Haga Ishu.
Issue white.
Aha, Ishu Waitzi Tori, correct. Yeshi Haga Ishu.
Issue Nana.
Tori, Bishat Ishu, Nana. This is a man. Haga Ishu.
Issue Mogotni.
Tori, Ishu mogotni. Haga ishu.
Ishu tia.
Perfect. Ishu tsa. This is a girl. Yeshi haga ishu.
The nuts. Ishu Nazi.
Nazi. Oh, that's perfect. Who is that? Who was that speaking? What's your name?
Nick.
Oh, Nick. Oh, hey, nice to meet you, Nick. We never met in person.
Yeah. Good to
Things
meet you
about
too.
Nick is also involved in teaching at Pyramid Lake. Good to have you here.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to someone else. I see Amber. Would you like to give it a try?
Sure will.
Wonderful. Haga ishu.
Ishu Nazi.
Bija ishu Nazi. This is a boy. Haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Ishu Waitzi.
Bija ishu wa itzi. Ishu wa itzi. This is an old man. Haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Ishu Mogotni.
Dogi, correct. Ishu mogotni. Yeshi haga ishu.
Ishu Nana.
Ija, ishu nana. This is a man. Let's do one more of this slide and we'll move on to the next. Let's see, who do I have? Chantel. Chantel, raise your hand. You got a question?
She was commenting to me.
I raised my hand in error, but good
Oh,
job,
okay.
Amber.
Thank you. We took Ralph Burns's class together for 2 years.
So you guys got that experience as well.
Yeah. So we push each other. It's your turn. It's your turn. So
Yeah.
All right, then Danae Johnson, I see here. You want to give it a try?
I'll give it the good old college try.
All right. Haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Ishu Nazi. Nazi.
Isha. Nazi. Nazi. This is a boy. Haga ishu.
Ishu Waitzi.
Dogi. Correct. Ishu wa itzi. Haga ishu.
Ishu Mogotni.
Ishu mogotni. Haga ishu.
Ishu Sua'a.
Dogi. Ishu tza. Ishi. Haga ishu.
Ishu Nana.
Bija, ishu nana. This is a man. Great. Let's move on to the next one now. This is the old lady, the old woman. And the way you say this is piawabi, 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 piawabi. So piawabi, with that in mind, let's see for who wants to go next. Lisa, are you there? You want to give it a try? I see your video. Looks like you're trying to unmute yourself. I think you're still trying. While you're trying to figure that. Yes.
Can you show the spelling for this one more time?
Yeah. Wabi. And also, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the class, I mean, there is no right way to spell. Like, there's no one right way to spell. I know at other communities, they spell differently. And so I've just chosen to use the one that is has been adopted, for example, by Pyramid Lake. Reno Sparks uses it. This way of spelling is kind of known as the Wycliffe spelling. It was actually originally developed by elders from the McDermott area back in the 70s. And so I've kind of adopted this as well. So This is how. This would the Wycliffe way of spelling it. Piawabi. Piawabi.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Lisa's still not able to unmute herself. So I'm going to go to another person that I see on here. Brendan Nutter, are you available?
Yeah.
Perfect. Haga issue.
Issue Pewabe.
Issue Piawabi. Old woman. Haga issue.
Issue Suwa.
Sorry. Issue. This is a girl. Haga issue.
Issue Waatse.
Ija. Issue wa itsi. Man. Haga issue.
Issue Nana.
Okay, correct. Issue nana. So the man haga issue.
Issue Nazi.
Jatori. Issue Nazi. If this is a boy, let's try someone else. That next person on my list, I see Juan. Oh, Lisa. Perfect.
Yeah.
Lisa is available. Let's give it a shot. Lisa, haga issue. Who is this?
Issue Waatsi. Oh, whoops. Oh, Issue Piawabi.
Dogi, correct. Issue Piawabi. This is an older woman. Haga issue.
Isha Magotni.
Issue Mogotni. Aha, this is a woman. Issue Mogotni. Haga issue.
Issue Nana.
Dogi, issue nana. Haga issue.
I'm sorry, I couldn't see that one. Okay.
Haga
Issue Naatsi.
Yeah. Dogi, issue Nazi. This is a boy. Haga issue.
Issue Sua'a.
Ija, issue Tsua. Let's do one more on this slide and then we'll move on to the next. Let's see, next in line, I see on my list, Larmy Miller, you available? Maybe not. Let's try next person. I see Lucan Murray.
That's me. I don't know why it's under my son's name. But anyways,
I'm here too.
What's
oh,
that? Okay, Larmy, we'll have Larmy go first, and next we'll have the mother.
Yeah,
of
go
Lucan.
ahead, and then come back.
okay.
Sorry, I didn't have my phone. I had it wrong. So
You go first.
ahead.
I'm gonna mute.
No, you go first.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay. Haga issue.
Ishu Piawabi.
Dogi, this is an older woman. Haga issue.
Ishu Sua'a.
Dogi, issue Tsua. Haga issue.
Ishu Nana.
Dogi, issue nana. Haga issue.
Ishu Natsi.
Issue Nazi. This is
Nazi.
a boy. Dogi. Haga issue.
Ishu Magotni.
Ishu mogotni. Logi, correct. Ishu haga ishu.
Ishu wa itzi.
Logi, correct. Ishu waitsi. All right, Larmy, we're gonna move on, but we're gonna have you doing this next one. So look at what we do. We're changing things up a bit. We have different distances that we're going to be asking those other 3 questions that I mentioned at the beginning of the class. So the next one is haramasu. Haramasu. Notice it's different than what I've been asking. So far, I've been asking hara ishu. Ishu refers to someone close to you. Hara ishu. This is close to you. Means who is this? But hara masu means who is that? But that specifically is more of a short distance away, not super far away, a short distance. Hara masu, masu is that. But I'm also going to be asking hara usu, hara usu. This would it means the same thing, who is that, but it refers to someone a long distance away. Long distance. Hara usu, long distance. Hara masu is short distance. My voice cracked. Hara usu, a longer distance away. So Larmy, we're gonna give it a try here. We'll start with what you're already. Hara ishu. Hara ishu.
Allah his shoe.
And,
No.
And how would you answer the question? Hara ishu, who is this?
I don't know. Sorry. I'm trying.
you're fine. Ishu tsua'a. Tsua'a is a girl, remember. Tsua'a.
Okay. Sla'a.
Girl. Tsua'a. This is a girl. Ishu tsua'a. Yeshi. Hara masu. In this case, you want to start with masu, saying that is masu. And do you remember the word for the woman? Hara masu.
Okay. I joined a little late, so anyway,
Okay. So woman is mogotni. Mogot.
Mahokni.
So you would say masu mogotni, which means that is a woman. Masu mogotni.
Oh, okay. Masu Mahokni.
I accidentally switched. Yeah. So and then when I say hara usu means who is that long distance away? Hara usu. Do you remember the word for old man?
I don't remember, but I did hear it. Yes.
Waitsi.
Okay.
Waitsi. So when I say hara usu, who is that? You would say usu waitsi. That is an old man. Usu waitsi.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. No, thank you. Let's move on to someone else. I see Thatch Troutman. You want to give it a try?
Sure. Sure.
All right. Haram masu.
Masu Piwabi. Or no, Mogotni. Masu Mogotni.
Okay. Masu mogotni. That is a woman. Hara ishu.
Ishu Sua.
Okay, correct. Good. Ishu tsu'a. This is a girl. Hara usu.
Usu Waitsi.
Okay, Ishu waitsi. Good job. Let's move on. Let's try a different set. And I see Shaya Numun. You wanna give it a try?
Okay.
All right. Hara ishu.
Ishu nana.
Okay, ishu nana. Hara usu.
Usu natsi.
Isha, good. Ishu or usunatsi. Usunatsi. Ishi hagamasu. Hagamasu.
Masu Piwabi.
Okay. Masu piawabi. Good job. I see Virgil Rambo on my list. Virgil, you available?
Yes.
Awesome. Haga masu. Haga masu.
Masu Piawabi.
Ija. Masu piawabi. Masu piawabi. That is an older woman. Haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Ishu Nana.
Dogi. Correct. Ishu nana yishi. Haga usu. Haga usu.
Usu Nazi.
Ija usunatsi. Usunatsi. Good job. Let's see who else. Cindy Benjamin, are you available? All right, if you get your mic working, we'll come back to next. I see on my list, my list. Isha, do you want to give it a shot? Isha. Isha is also another teacher. I mentioned him earlier. I think it was before he joined. He teaches for Yerington. So he is definitely familiar with the language.
Hey, Pijatugano.
Yo, Pijatogano, good to have you here. Haga Ishu. Haga Ishu.
Numanana.
Numanana, yeah. Aha, Numanana. Tori, this is a man. Yishi Haga Masu. Haga Masu.
Masu. Tubito. Piwabi.
Aha. So Isham said there's another word for old woman that he used right here. Tavidzoni. Tavidzoni. That's one way to say old woman. And also, as we've been learning in this class, is Piawabi. Piawabi. Yeshi Hagat Usu. Hagat Usu.
Ushu Nazi.
Usu Nazi. Awesome. Dogi. Correct. Let's move on to who else on here? Crystal Samaripa. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong. Crystal, are you there?
Yes, you got it right.
Awesome. Aga Ishu. Aga Ishu.
Ishu Nana.
Ishu Nana. Togi. Correct.
Mm.
Ishu Haga Usu. Haga Usu.
That's Ishu Nazi.
Usunatsi. Usunatsi. That is a boy. Yeshi Haga Masu. Haga Masu.
Ishu Piwabi.
Togi. Ishu Piawabi. Piawabi. Let's change it up. Let's ask Danae. Danae, are you available?
I am available.
Oh, perfect. Aga Usu. Aga Usu. Who is that?
Usu Piawabi.
Togi, correct. Usu Piawabi. Usu Piawabi. It's an older woman. Yichi Haga Ishu. Haga Ishu.
Ishu Mogotni.
Isha. Sumogotni. This is a woman. Yichi Haga Masu. Haga Masu.
Masu Nazi.
Nazi.
Alarm set for 6:30 a.m. tomorrow.
I do have a question while I'm here. Just trying to get pronunciation. It's still the name. The Haga Usu and the Masu, it doesn't, like, for the Ishu is the SH sound. Is that the same for the Usu and the Masu? Is it Mashu or is it?
No. That's an absolutely great question, and no. So the only time the S, again, in this orthography or in this spelling system that's used, the only time the S makes kind of that SH sound is when it follows an E sound. E.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Ishu. But otherwise, it is a normal, what you know of an S. Mas.
Okay, all right.
Ishu. That's,
thank you.
But not dialects. To be fair, I've heard other speakers from other dialects, and they'll pronounce those other words with the sh sound for at other times. So just to be fair for them. Well, that's a great question.
Excellent, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's we're not going to have time to get into the animals like I had planned, but that's fine. So let's just ask a couple more, and then we'll go ahead and call it quits, and I'll leave it open the last few minutes for questions if anyone has any. So next I have here on my list, I see Judge Sunny Stevenson. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Aga usu.
Usu sua'a.
Ja, usutsa. Or that is girl. Yeshi haga ishu. Haga ishu.
Ishu mogotni.
Dogi. Correct. Ishu mogotni. Yeshi haga masu. Haga masu.
Masu piawabi.
Aha, masu piawabi. Or as Isha said, you can also say masu tuvir zotni. Masu tuvir zotni. That's, and again, another way of saying an older woman. So you know what? If we got 4 minutes left, so we're gonna call it quits there. I'll just kind of, for the remainder of the time, if you want to leave, you're free to leave. Otherwise, if you have any questions, I'll open it up for questions.
Thank you. Good class.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So I have a question. I was